Hello everybody, I'm Bronwyn from PACOP and today we're going to talk about the AKPS. The Australia Modified Konofsky Performance Status is otherwise known as the AKPS. It's one of the 6 tools that we use in PACOP. It's used in the profile collection in routine resident assessments every 3 months. It's also used in the profile collection in the deteriorating resident tool. The outcomes collection when a resident is being monitored for end-of-life care changes. So it's one of our fundamental tools in PACOP, one that we use in every collection that we have. The AKPS is a measure of the person's performance across 3 specific domains. These domains are activity, work, and self-care. It's a clinician-rated tool. You look at performance status by observing the person's physical abilities. And you look at how the person performs common tasks relating to those 3 domains, activity, work, and self-care. The scoring on the AKPS is quite specific. The scale is from 100 down to 10. Scores are in increments of 10 and no half scores. If someone is sitting at 100, they are unlikely to be in residential aged care. They are considered to be normal, no evidence of disease, and perform well. What we do see is that most people in residential aged care sit in the range between 70 and 40. The other thing that we need to be aware of is when someone reaches 40, that the scores are significant and can indicate a need for palliative care. This may be the time that you look at putting the person into the outcomes collection and increasing the palliative care monitoring for that resident. When a person reaches 10, they're considered to be comatose, barely rousable, and this would probably be a good time to consider starting a terminal care or end-of-life care pathway. So this is the actual tool. As you can see, the scale is from 100 down to 10 in increments of 10. People who are sitting in the range of between 100 and 80 are probably people living quite well in the community in general. When we get to the levels of 70 down to 40, particularly 70, 60, 50, that's the time that we may see people being admitted into residential aged care. When we come to 40 in particular, when we see that people's activities are changing and they're spending more time in bed, less time up and about, activities engaged, that's the time that we would look at then, as I said to you before, is this person having increased palliative care needs, and do we need to consider whether they need to be put into the outcomes collection? 30, 20, very clear signs of deterioration of the resident, and at the level of 10, this is where we go, I think this might be the time to look at the end-of-life care pathway. So the most important tip that I can offer you around the AKPS, which is a fairly straightforward tool, is that when you reach a score of 40, this is the opportunity to sit with families, talk about the resident's care, bring in the GP, and think about where we're going with the palliative care trajectory of this particular person. 40 is a pivot point, if you like, where we go, how do we look at the care needs? Do we need to change them? That spending of more than 50% of time in bed, as per the tool, also means more than 50% of time in a chair. The person may have been quite mobile, quite active and engaged in their programs that you're using in the residential care facility, and now they've got to a point where they may watch TV, they may spend a lot of time sleeping, they sit in the chair in the areas where you have activities happening, but they don't necessarily engage. That's what 40 looks like. So the main thing is to observe the resident, choose the most accurate score, and voila, that's the AKPS. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other PACOP bites. If you do need more information about our tools, there is a link on this slide for you to contact us. Thank you. Chat again soon. Bye.